Okay, hey guys, I'm back. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to start discussing things for once. And I really want to start this discussion on something really great. Today, V-Jump, the anime, manga, Japanese magazine, announced Dragon Ball Z Sparking Omega. And if you don't know, that is a direct continuation of Tenkaichi 3. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Let's let that sip in for a minute. Think about that. This is stuff that we've all been waiting for since 2007 or 2008. I have to admit, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was the last great, amazing game that the Dragon Ball Z games have been coming out with. Every other game, it's either been terrible, decent, or pretty good. Raging Blast 2 was among probably the best. Infinite World is good, but it was just a rehash of Budokai 3 in a sense. Raging Blast 1, it was alright. It wasn't really anything new, except for wall crashes and other additional stuff that really doesn't make a difference with the fighting, if you think about it. Ultra Tenkaichi, it was completely new, but people hated it. I'm really glad that they're announcing it this year, because it's coinciding with the Dragon Ball Z Connect. I'm hoping it'll be a yin-yang thing, you know, they cancel out, because when I heard for Dragon Ball Z Connect, everybody was calling it Project H 2012. And that made it seem like it was going to be the only Dragon Ball Z game released this year, and that would be really bad. Because Dragon Ball Z Connect is basically a copy and paste version of Ultra Tenkaichi divided by probably 2 or 3. And that's terrible. Like, they're like this. They're punching like this. It's stupid. Tenkaichi 4. What I want out of it. Honestly, Tenkaichi 3 had perfect gameplay. Nothing about it was wrong. Except for the occasional, camera issue, but who cares? I hate when people go on and on about the Tenkaichi series with the cameras. You can't expect the game to be perfect, but it is a flaw that can be fixed, which they did in Tenkaichi Tag Team and Ultra Tenkaichi. I really don't care if they copy and paste the same gameplay from Tenkaichi 3 on a Tenkaichi 4. It was that great, but actually they should add stuff from Raging Blast, like such things like the deflecting spear bombs, which you were able to do in other games. If you combine all that into one, it will really be Sparking Omega. When I heard of Ultra Tenkaichi, I thought it would be the best. Are you kidding me? Budokai 1 was better than Ultra Tenkaichi. Since it's calling itself Sparking Omega, I think it has to really, make its name. If they're going to make it the Omega Tenkaichi, it has to have everything and more. I honestly can't really see them having more characters than any other Dragon Ball Z game before, because if I recall, Tenkaichi 3 had 150 characters, and I just can't see that happening, but if they do, I will be mind-boggled. Like, I would like to see people like Goku Jr., GT Goten, but some of these characters are useless because of their movesets. So it'll be stock, and people won't play as them, but actually they would, because it's GT Goten. We've never had that in a Dragon Ball game, period. Regards to other modes in this game, I would really like Hero mode. That would be cool, but they have to make it like Dragon Ball Online, not like Ultra Tenkaichi, because that was too limited. And the story, it was short, and it just felt weird, and unrealistic. Do you really think a created Super Saiyan could defeat Omega Shenron? I'm sure everybody in the comments of various YouTube videos wanted they were imagining their own Super Saiyan 5 characters before Ultra Tenkaichi even came out. With this game, I hope they let you customize however you want, even fusions. But the thing is, Namco Bandai and Spike, they always like to release their games a month or at least a little bit less than a month, a year, less than a year after the previous game was released, which is so, it's not exactly smart, and it's not dumb either, but it's not smart, because you can't really rush what you want to be a perfect game. You can't rush it. Like, that's like making, with the Dragon Ball Z games nowadays, they're comparatively like movie games. Like the games you get, the games that you get 2 or 3 weeks after they come, after the movie comes out, and it turns out to be total crap. With this, if they're gonna release it this year, they have to put every day of their lives and focus on it. They have to make it a great game, because if this game is a dud, us Dragon Ball Z fans are done. We're probably not going to buy any more. We're through. And with Dragon Ball Z Connect, I hope they cancel it. I have not seen a trailer for it in like a month. I have seen no kind of news for it, and supposedly Japan's supposed to be getting it a month from now. I mean, they haven't shown any videos for it. They're probably going to just cancel it. It should have been one big April Fool's show. And also, they announced the HD collection of the Tenkaichis. That's a mix to me, because the case of it showed only the Tenkaichi 1 case, and Tenkaichi 1 is Tenkaichi 1. I would much prefer Budokai 3 or Tenkaichi 3, but they're making a direct sequel. Maybe this HD-ness was some kind of, maybe they did that on purpose, so people could be reminded of what Tenkaichi was, because it feels like the creators of these games forgot how great the old games were. People always want to compare them to the new games now. Why would you compare the graphics? Tell me that. Why? Of course they're old. Of course they're not going to be as good as today's graphics. Of course, but that's just so dumb. Like, think about how stupid you are when you say stuff like that. But anyway, Tenkaichi 4. I want to also have probably the cutscenes that they had in Ultimate Tenkaichi, the animated. I want them to have a fly around the world type thing, story mode like Budokai 3, not like Ultimate Tenkaichi. They attempted it to be like Budokai 3, but it failed and kind of seemed more like Tenkaichi 2, in my opinion. Ultimate Tenkaichi did have some good things about it though. The cutscenes, I would really like those. I would actually like more sagas. Like, you have not played, they don't have the Otherworld Tournament saga in like majority of the games. Only one, and that's Boost Fury. I want to see an entire playthrough of all 3 Dragon Ball Z sagas, as long as with the movie specials. If you want a sparking Omega, it has to be the culmination of all Dragon Ball Z games. Tenkaichi 3, I think, was pretty close. It's just the story mode was a dud. But I mean, honestly, you have to give credit, because the creators realized that the fans don't want to play the story mode 50 billion times. After Tenkaichi 2, that story mode, as I saw on the back of the cover, 60 hours. Why would you want to play a copy of that on the next game? Which is why Tenkaichi 3 story mode might seem like a dud, but it's actually a smart idea. Yeah, that was actually the game that was pretty close to perfection. I don't know why people keep saying Budokai 3. Budokai 3 was kind of slow to me, but I actually liked the story mode. It was too long, though. They all should have an RPG style like that. They should just culminate everything, and including Tenkaichi Tag Team. They have to have the tag team, and we've been wanting that for a while, too. Honestly, it wasn't the best idea to put it on a PSP. Then again, it wasn't a bad idea, because the mainstream gamers are on the console games. I bet majority of Dragon Ball Z fans didn't know about Tenkaichi Tag Team and missed out on that experience. What else? Hey, Hironobu Kageyama, he could be in the game. His music could be in the game. I would actually like more of his music. Like, they should put a chronology of like all his music in there. They might have to go through some kind of licensing, but I mean, look at the previous Dragon Ball Z games recently. They've all had some kind of Japanese music in the U.S. releases. I would really like, even songs from like the 90s, like the Biggest Fight from the Final Belt, all that stuff. It'll be a lot better than listening to some random tune. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Comment on what you think should be in this upcoming new Budokai Tenkaichi 4 game. Rate, comment, subscribe, anything. Till next time.